Get going in a Honda Civic for $179 a month. $179 a month.
Don't settle for less than a Honda. I did it.
Visit your local Honda dealer today.
Inauguration coverage all this week on ABC 7 News.
Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. Just one day before Donald Trump's sworn into office. Meet the next First Lady of the United States. From fashion model to mother, how Melania has already made history, what her role will be in the White House.
New overnight, what's safe to eat when it comes to fish? The FDA with new guidelines for women who are pregnant. What's healthy, what's dangerous, and what parents of young children need to know.
Guess who's back again?
Look who's back. Tori Johnson here live. The first Deals and Steals of 2017. All that.
It's primetime every day. It don't stop.
And a surprise so super, we need Deion Sanders to pull it off. And he's saying, "Good morning, America."
Live in Times Square, this is GMA.
And good morning, America. Welcome to everybody here in the city. And welcome to Deion Sanders. He's got a big surprise coming up. You'll see it on his face. He's going to make one GMA fan very happy.
Time. I remember when he was the top pick with the Falcons, and I was working in Atlanta, and he came on the radio show there that I did. And I remember at the draft, he was all about prime time and being all, I thought, I'm going to give it to him. And he comes in, he's like, how do you do, ma'am? I'm like, oh, he's nice. There's a difference between prime time and Deion, and I found out real fast.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And we're going to take a look at this video, Michelle Obama. Can you imagine walking through the White House those final times with Bo and Sonny? And they really made it their home. The little touches there, but she's just taking one last walk through.
Bo and Sonny going to have a little withdrawal from the White House as well.
Can you imagine that? Poor dogs.
Yeah.
And we have to say thank you.
Yes.
Because to our viewers of GMA, because we were sleeping last night, but when we woke up,
Not together.
Not together.
She did say sleeping.
See, that's what. You know, that's how rumors get started, everybody.
Yeah.
But when we woke up, separate beds, we found out we were chosen as your favorite daytime hosting team at last night's People's Choice Awards. Thank you.
On behalf of Ginger and Robin and everybody who worked so hard, we want to say thank you. The reason this is such a nice award is because it's chosen by you, the public, and so we say thank you guys so much. That means the world to all of us.
And it really does, because you have a lot of choices in the morning. We know that, and oftentimes you reach for this first before you reach for anything else. But to invite us wherever you are, whether it's your home, your office, it really means a lot to us.
It sure does.
Gibson said the best name ever in television, Good Morning America. Being able to say good morning to America.
It is a great privilege. Congratulations to Amy as well. Amy, you're downstairs. You got the morning rundown.
Thank you, guys, and good morning to everyone. We begin with some really tough breaking news from central Italy. An urgent rescue effort underway after an avalanche triggered by a series of earthquakes Wednesday buried a hotel in snow. At least 30 people have been reported missing, and some rescue crews are now getting stuck in snowdrifts trying to reach that scene. Also breaking this morning, at least 30 firefighters have been killed after a building collapsed in Iran's capital city of Tehran. Crews were fighting that fire for hours before the building collapsed in a matter of seconds. And we have new details now about former President George H.W. Bush and Barbara Bush, who are both hospitalized in Houston. The former president is in intensive care following what doctors call a successful procedure to relieve pneumonia-related breathing problems. Mrs. Bush is being treated for bronchitis. And final security preparations are being made for President-elect Trump's inauguration. 3,500 law enforcement officers from around the country will be sworn in as special deputies today to guard against any threats and protesters who may try to disrupt the ceremony. And more of Trump's cabinet nominees face confirmation hearings today, including former Texas Governor Rick Perry for Energy Secretary. Perry once called for the Energy Department to be eliminated, but now says he regrets saying that. And Trump's choice for Health Secretary told senators he wants to prevent Americans from losing their health care, but Tom Price stopped short of agreeing with Trump's promise to provide insurance for everyone. Meanwhile, Trump is expected to nominate former Georgia Governor Sonny Perdue for Agriculture Secretary. And we have a health alert for women. The government has issued new guidelines on what types of fish are safe for pregnant and breastfeeding women. Most of them are safe, but experts say those to avoid include swordfish, king mackerel, big-eye tuna, shark, and marlin because of their high mercury content. And finally, a truly committed football fan, Ryan Holton Murphy, is already a big fan of the Green Bay Packers, and he's engaged to none other than a woman named Marie Packer. So when they get married in June, Ryan says he will take her last name, so he will be Mr. Packer. Everything at their wedding will be in the Packers colors, forest green and cheese gold. He said the decision was a no-brainer because his two favorite things in the world are Marie and Green Bay, both Packers.
Wow.
That is fantastic.
That was so well constructed, that piece.
That was.
There,
It was
Amy.
really beautifully written.
Thank you, Amy.
Thank you.
All right, how about some news that goes pop there, Lara?
Coming up. Good morning, everybody. What a nice audience we have. And good morning to you. In preparation for tomorrow's inauguration, Ivanka Trump is moving her family to Washington. The about to become first daughter and her husband, President-elect Trump's senior advisor, Jared Kushner, just bought a $5.5 million house about 2 miles from the White House, complete with state-of-the-art security. The 6-bedroom house is in an upscale area called Calorama. And it's the same neighborhood, ironically, that the Obamas are moving to for their post-presidency life. But take a look at this photo from the Daily Mail. Ivanka keeping it real, with affordable furniture purchased at IKEA being taken off the moving trucks and assembled by movers who might still be working on that after Trump's first 100 days.
Yes. That's happened to me.
Yeah, I got to turn that one over. I don't see Jared putting it together.
No.
And all those pieces you have left over. You're
No, yeah. I know that probably means something.
It hasn't fallen yet. It's good.
Yeah. Also involved news this morning, Grateful Dead fans will be thrilled to learn a Martin Scorsese-produced documentary on the band called Long Strange Trip has been picked up by Amazon. Scorsese will act as the executive producer on the 4-hour film, which will be broken up into 6 parts, featuring candid interviews with the band, the families, the road crew, and noteworthy Deadheads. Scorsese drawn to the project not only because he counts himself among the Deadhead Nation, but says these revolutionary artists forever changed the world of touring and recording. I think that sounds really interesting. I may or may not have gone to a Grateful Dead show.
That was the most surprising thing I learned about Allie when we first got together. She's a Deadhead.
I can see that.
Really? I couldn't see it at all.
Absolutely, your wife? Yeah.
Sure.
How about you? Never been to a Grateful Dead show? Anybody in the audience ever been to a Grateful Dead show? Do you remember?
They're all too young.
Darn it, too young. Finally, it is the pinnacle that every distinguished actor hopes to reach in his career. Sir Patrick Stewart, whose career spans more than 4 decades on stage, television, film, widely celebrated for roles in Star Trek, Hamlet, I, Claudius, has now been handed the role of a lifetime. Sony has announced that Stewart will lend his golden voice to bring life to the animated poop emoji in the Emoji Movie. Robin, this is news that's steaming hot off the presses.
Even for you, Lara.
I was going to make fun of your Patrick Stewart imitation before that.
The announcement, George, came via a tweet from the Sony Picture Twitter account, which used the words distinguished and poop in the same sentence.
You just did, too.
I found that interesting. The Emoji Movie, by the way, hits theaters on August 4th. Which is Mom's birthday. Hi, Mom. Don't be mad at me. She's going to wash my mouth out.
I bet she will. Thank you, Lara Spencer.
You just made little kids all across America. Yeah, they're all laughing because you said poop 3 times.
Hey, coming up, we're going to head to the White House, Melania Trump's unconventional road there to First Lady.
And Tory Johnson's here with the first deals and steals of 2017.
Yeah!
GMA's morning menu is brought to you by the fast, powerful cough relief of Robitussin, because it's never just a cough.
Earning your cash back shouldn't be this complicated. Yet some cards limit where you earn bonus cash back to a few places, and then change those places every few months. Enough with that. With Quicksilver from Capital One, you always earned unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase, everywhere. Welcome to Unlimited. What's in your wallet?
You thought about it, dreamt about it. Maybe you should just go ahead and do it. We're LegalZoom, and we've helped over 1 million people just like you start their own businesses. LegalZoom. Legal help is here.
Campbell's one-dish recipes. One pan, less than 30 minutes. Because if they aren't gonna eat it, at least you didn't spend too much time making it. Campbell's one-dish recipes, made for real life.
How does this Westminster's champion keep his joints moving?
I give CJ Cosequin every day. In my opinion, it's the gold standard.
Cosequin Joint Health Supplements, available at veterinarians and pet aisles nationwide.
And trusted by this champion.
The things that I consume on a daily basis, a lot of it is very acidic. The enamel on my teeth was actually weakening. The whiteness wasn't there as much. My teeth didn't look as healthy as others. My dentist said that Pronamel would help fight against that erosion that foods and drinks were causing. So it was really important to start using the Pronamel. That'll be one less thing you have to worry about. Pronamel is now giving me the confidence to know that I'm doing the right thing. So it's nice to know that it was as simple as that.
It's JCPenney's Stretch Your Penny sale. Get Exertion activewear for women and kids. Buy one, get one for a penny. Get the tank and the capris, the tees and the shorts. Plus save $10 when you spend $25 or more with coupon. Hurry, and Sunday. That's getting your penny's worth.
Little Dakota's nose was quivering in fear because it knew an ordinary tissue was near. The fiery tissue left her nose sore and red, so Dad slayed the problem with Puffs Plus Lotion instead. Puffs have pillowy softness for Dakota's tender nose, with lotion to comfort and soothe when she blows. Don't get burned by ordinary tissues. A nose in need deserves Puffs indeed. Now get Puffs Plus Lotion in a squeezable soft pack.
Hot flashes, moodiness, my weight. It's like the invasion of the body snatchers, except it's my body. Who do I have to know to get it back?
Only Estroven's variety of formulas help safely relieve all your symptoms. Safe, trusted Estroven.
My name is Amanda, and I smoked while I was pregnant. This is the view I had of my baby in the NICU. My tip is speak into the opening so your baby can hear you better.
You can quit. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Quaker breakfast flats are crafted with delicious ingredients that help keep you going. We bake our wholesome Quaker oats with this and more. Quaker breakfast flats help satisfy your morning hunger with every single bite. Quaker breakfast flats.
When the Spanish explorers discovered Isla Morada, they called it Purple Isles. Today, they'd discover such a rich palette of diversions and delicacies, they'd definitely be at a loss for words. Isla Morada in the Florida Keys.
Is tomorrow, and so we're going to take a closer look at the incoming First Lady, Melania Trump, her journey from a small town in Slovenia all the way to the White House. And Amy, I know you have much more on all this.
I do. Melania Trump's rise, by the way, is perhaps most surprising to the soon-to-be First Lady herself. The journey she took to be standing next to her husband, and he is sworn in tomorrow, actually began half a world away in a tiny industrial town in Central Europe. On the eve of becoming our next First Lady of the United States, all eyes are on Melania Trump. But before there was 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue or the New York City penthouse inspired by Versailles, this was Melania's home, a modest apartment building in the town of Sevnica in Slovenia. A rare look inside reveals humble beginnings and the start of her unconventional road to the White House. Born into communism in 1970, a young Melania Knaus, seen here, grew up spending much of her childhood on this playground and in the halls of her elementary school. It was here in Sevnica where she caught the eye of Slovenian fashion photographer Stane Jurko. Jurko says it's these photos that put her on the modeling map, sending her to Paris, Milan, and New York, where she met Trump at a fashion party in 1998, an encounter she described to Barbara Walters.
He asked me for the number, and I said, I will not give you my number. So if you give me your numbers, I will call you.
The couple wed in 2005 at Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate and welcomed son Barron a year later. While her husband crisscrossed the country in a bid for the White House, Melania stayed behind to take care of him, a decision she discussed with George last October.
I keep him balanced, and I just want to have him out of the spotlight for now.
Melania taking center stage at the Republican National Convention, where she was greeted with a standing ovation. But then widely criticized for her speech and its similarities to the one Michelle Obama gave in 2008. The 46-year-old already making history as the first foreign-born First Lady since John Quincy Adams' wife, Louisa.
She's only been an American citizen for 10 years. I think that that's a very interesting way of us to look at this job. She'll have different perspectives on it.
And in recent decades, the role of the First Lady has changed dramatically, and only time will tell how Melania Trump leaves her own mark on the White House. For now, we know she is going to stay behind here in New York while her son Barron finishes the school year. Robin?
Amy, thank you. Koki Roberts is back with us now, along with author and presidential historian Mark Updegrove. I like that.
Thank you.
You didn't get the memo about reading
my green suit. Next time, Robin.
Oh, at least
next
the green tie.
Yeah.
We'll call you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We heard what Amy was talking about, that Melania will spend time here in New York and also in D.C. commuting like that. Has that happened before with the First Lady?
No, that hasn't happened before, but it's a comfortable plane. And it probably won't take much longer than for me to get downtown from my house in the suburbs, so it'll be fine.
And Mark, how have we seen the role of First Lady change over the years?
Eleanor Roosevelt really changed the role of First Lady irrevocably. And since then, Lady Bird Johnson once said that there is no definition of the role of First Lady in the Constitution, but with the role comes a podium if she chooses to use it, and she did, Lady Bird Johnson. And subsequent First Ladies have as well. It's expected.
But they all have to some degree. I mean, Eleanor Roosevelt was more public and there was modern communications, but Martha Washington lobbied the Congress for veterans' benefits. They've all been there doing something.
Way back then. Yeah. I think it's safe to say that her husband has been a non-traditional candidate.
I think that's safe to say.
And people want to know, will she be non-traditional or follow along, as we've seen before, make her own rules?
She'll make her own rules because there are no rules. It doesn't come with a job description, First Lady, and it also comes with a great deal of suspicion. People worry, she has all that power and she can't be fired, and she's a woman, and all of that worries people. But I think that she'll find a way to find her voice in the role. It's tough for her because she's never been in politics. She's never been First Lady of a state, which was hard for Michelle Obama, frankly. But I think that she'll find her way.
It's taken them all a little bit of time.
Right, exactly
when they get there. Okay, that is how we perceive her publicly. Privately, what is the role of First Lady Park?
The president is the commander-in-chief. In so many ways, the First Lady is the caretaker-in-chief. She takes care of the family. We saw Michelle Obama take care of Sasha and Malia as mother. But I think it's vitally important for her to take care of her son, and she's staying here in New York to provide some continuity for him before moving to Washington, and to take care of her husband, too. Nancy Reagan famously sort of monitored her husband's schedule to ensure that he wasn't being overtaxed or overburdened. That's what First Ladies do as well.
But there's a private role of the First Lady also being the only person who can tell the president the truth. And whether that's true in this marriage, who knows?
That's a wife's role.
It's a wife's role.
Wife's role.
Right.
Okay. Well, Mark, Koki, I'll see you there in Washington.
Right, we'll be together.
Yeah, and tonight you can see inside look at America's new First Family. A special edition of 2020 starts at 10 p.m. Eastern. And tomorrow our nonstop live coverage of the inauguration begins at 7 a.m. Eastern right here on ABC and GMA. Deals and steals coming up.
For millions of baby boomers,
There's a serious virus out there that's been almost forgotten. It's hepatitis C. 1 in 30 boomers has hep C, yet most don't even know it, because it can hide in your body for years without symptoms, and it's not tested for in routine blood work. The CDC recommends all baby boomers get tested. If you have hep C, it can be cured. For us, it's time to get tested. Ask your healthcare provider for the simple blood test. It's the only way to know for sure.
Triscuit is a classic. Experimenting is the most fun part.
What do we got here?
Hard-boiled egg.
Brie is a really soft cheese. Avocado. We're Roger and Isabel from Sub Edge Farm.
You have so many possibilities.
How do you become America's best-selling brand?
Breathing, keep breathing.
Breathing, let's go.
You make it protective.
A little faster.
Just trying to be safe. Good job.
You make it hard-working. You make it so everyone's happy. Going further to make life better. That's Ford. And that's how you become America's best-selling brand.
Do you know how your laxative works? You might be surprised. Stimulant laxatives make your body go by forcefully stimulating the nerves in your colon. Miralax is different. It works with the water in your body to hydrate and soften, unblocking your system naturally. Miralax.
For 2 weeks in a row, Hidden Figures is the #1 movie in America that families everywhere can't stop celebrating.
Deal me in.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We all get there together, or we don't get there at all.
Hidden Figures, rated PG.
Don't look now. Chuck Norris is right behind you. I heard superheroes read Chuck Norris comics. I heard at night the boogeyman checks under the bed for Chuck. I heard cats say they have Chuck-like reflexes. You think he still got it? I'll bet you $1 he catches the salt shaker. You're on. Hey, Chuck! You owe me $1.
You can't always see what's coming, but when you choose United Healthcare, finding an in-network doctor that's close to home is easy.
So what happened? I had lunch with Chuck Norris.
United Healthcare.
Hasta luego, profesor.
Who is Scott Pruitt? Nominated to head the Environmental Protection Agency, he's protected corporate polluters instead. In a secretive alliance, Pruitt took over $300,000 from oil companies, coal, the Koch brothers. Then he sued the U.S. government to stop pollution limits on toxic chemicals and to kill the Clean Power Plan and tens of thousands of new American jobs. Tell your senators to reject Scott Pruitt and protect American interests, not corporate interests.
Good morning, America. Back here on GMA. Look at that, 27th birthday, a beauty of a day today. But tomorrow, look at this. The inauguration forecast includes, in Washington, D.C., quite a few showers. It's going to be mild, but still, we're watching it. All right, we're about to get some deals and steals, but first, your local weather.
Enjoy the spring-like weather for today. Temperatures well above average, getting to 55 for the D.C. Metro, but it's all coming to an end as we head into Friday. Here it is on our map. Next batch of some wet weather moving in for Friday. So cloud cover expected early in the morning for Inauguration Day. Temperatures in the 40s, so it will be noticeably cooler for tomorrow with some showers moving in right around lunchtime. So do make sure you have the rain gear on hand and wear the ball cap.
All right, Building Skills is back. Tori Johnson's here. The first one of 2017. People are excited. I don't want to hold it up, Tori.
I'm very excited that we have partnered with all of these companies. First of which is called Be Good to People. Robin asked this morning on Twitter, what can we do to make it a thoughtful Thursday for other people? And this is it. The simplest message, Be Good to People. It started
wearable messages.
A wearable message. It started because the owner had a rude encounter encounter with a stranger, and she decided to say, you know what, we can change it. When people wear this message, they feel different in the interaction. Men, women, and kids, styles for the entire family. Phenomenal deal. Normally $28 to $44, all slashed in half, so $13 to $22.
Good, and thank you to our audience members for wearing those, by the way.
Another mom on a mission from Kansas. She created these. They're called No to Selfie socks. She made them for her daughter to go to volleyball practice, and her daughter came home and said, all my friends want them. And there's a variety of different messages, whether it is for you or somebody who just sort of needs to wake up and feel more brave, proud, confident, awesome, great dad, whatever it is. Messages for men, women, and kids. I love these. $10 slash in half, $5 for No to Selfie. Patchology. So relaxing is underrated. Patchology makes phenomenal face masks, eye, lips, and they also make a really incredible pedi peel. Just great to make your feet kind of baby soft.
Ooh, my feet are tingling right now.
Exactly. Big assortment found in all the big beauty retailers. We've got a terrific deal on these. Normally $30 to $50. These are all slashed by at least 50%. So $13.50 to $25, and from Patchology, free shipping.
Wow.
Okay. These are so buttery soft. These are from PJ Harlow. They're satin pillowcases. You get a pair of them. What I love about these is no bed hair. No lines on your cheeks. So super soft. Depending on the size you choose, a pair $60 to $64. We've slashed that in half. $30 to $32 for a pair. Bobble, drink more water. Bobble, these are great bottles. They come with a filter, or you can infuse them with water, a variety of ways to wear them. Mouth is big enough to add ice, which is really great for a lot of water bottles. Normally $30 for two. We've got 15 for two bottles, $15. Can't beat that. And then last but not least, we've got our models here for us.
We got more audience members.
Katie K. Athleisure Wear, started by a personal trainer who said there's got to be a better way. She uses phenomenal fabrics. It's all about making women feel fabulous. All the pieces individual start at $39. We've slashed them in half, start at $19 and free shipping. Big assortment online.
And our entire audience is going away to give away from No to Self Sock to Patch Up.
It's worth the wait. Scandal is back.
Oh my God.
In the first 10 minutes alone, you're not gonna know what hit you. Scandal returns next Thursday, 9/8 Central on ABC. Quantico, all new starting Monday after The Bachelor on ABC.
From ABC 7 News, this is a Good Morning Washington update.
Good morning, Washington. I'm Melanie Hastings. Here's a check of your top stories. Right now, the Memorial Bridge is closed, as well as streets near the Convention Center and the Lincoln Memorial. Parking restrictions are also in effect in the green zone. At 10 o'clock this morning, the Roosevelt Bridge will be shutting down. At the same time, Constitution Avenue will also close between 17th and 23rd Streets. At 2 this afternoon, closures begin around Union Station. Official inauguration events begin in just a few hours, kicking things off a wreath-laying ceremony at Arlington National Cemetery. That's at 3 this afternoon. And then the inaugural welcoming concert, that's at the Lincoln Memorial at 4 o'clock. And then at 7:30, the president-elect, the vice president-elect, and their families will host a candlelight dinner at Union Station. The swearing-in is tomorrow at noon. Well, more spring-like temperatures today. Here's Molly Cochran.
Feeling more like springtime today. Temperatures well above average in the D.C. area. Our average high at 43 degrees. So enjoy the warmth while it lasts, coming to an end by tomorrow. Here it is on our map. Some showers going to be coming our way as we head into our Friday. So for Inauguration Day, if you're heading out early, waiting in line, mostly cloudy skies and noticeably cooler. Some showers going to be advancing in by the later half of the morning and also into the afternoon. That'll continue till about 4.
Molly, on the Capitol Beltway, we're doing okay in Montgomery County, but Fairfax County, from the Springfield Mixing Bowl, we are contending with 2 collisions. The first one as you approach Braddock Road, and then once again, once you get to